Invited. If you observe the present situation of the world, it appears as if there is a breakdown in every which field and dimension. There is a lot of mental breakdown, emotional breakdown, family breakdown, administrative breakdown, political breakdown, etc. These breakdowns at individual level, societal level, or global level reflects the disharmony that is existing within. How to harmonize things in the personal space that we have, that we are, that is our true property and treasure. That's the only thing that we can really control and harness. The inner space, the internalization of consciousness. There is a true wealth. How to go within. It all starts with four things. The first one is acceptance of one's own self. Acceptance means we accept what we like in us, and we do not accept what we really do not like in us. Right? That is quite natural. What we don't like within ourselves, in the form of thoughts or habits, or whatever beliefs that we are carrying, the way we react, or traits and temperaments, whatsoever. All these things need to be accepted the way it is, the way they are. Unless you accept the whole of you, not part of you, not a segment of you, when you accept everything that is within, without any discrimination, without any categorization like good or bad, without any analysis, not being any type of judgmental and understanding ourselves, unbiased, unprejudiced, seeing and accepting the way we are. In fact, the only reality, the only truth is accepting everything that is inside you. Instead of classifying them, categorizing them, hair splitting them, thinking and discussing much more about what you hold, accept the way you are. Because there is no perfect person in the world. It is the acceptance of every type of imperfection should be called as the real perfection. There's nothing like perfected. Perfection is a process. It can never be a product. It's a continuous, ongoing process. So acceptance of yourself, the way you are, the way you think, the way you feel and react. From the point of just accepting without trying to change yourself, without converting the dislikes of you into likes of you, without converting or changing the don'ts of you into do's of you. No. When you accept totally, thoroughly, completely the way you are, there comes the second step that is called as passive attention. You understand the value and true meaning of being attentive. You observed a child, right? Everyone has observed. The way a child watches a particular thing without any prejudice, without forming any opinion, without trying to analyze it, he just watches the way things are. He watches people the way they are. No judgmental attitudes there in the child. So attention is something one has to learn only from two types of entities. One is children, two is animals. These are the greatest teachers in the world. Children and animals. because nobody has to teach them how to be attentive. They're just attentive, that's all. Fully attentive, thoroughly attentive. And every time they're attentive, they are never unaware. Attention is their natural faculty. But it does not mean that they don't become victims. They do become victims. That's a different issue altogether. But the way they attend things, the way they watch things, the way they observe things, attentiveness, the way of being attentive is the hallmark of every child and every animal. So if you keep on practicing attention, for example, we from the World United talk of to be attentive on your breath, to be watchful of your breath in the belly, which is the natural breath. Breathing through abdomen is a natural form of breathing. The way a child does, every child does, the way every animal does. Passive attention. Active attention can be called as concentration. But passive watchfulness without any type of analysis, without negating any type of negative thoughts, allowing the thoughts, observing the thoughts like passing clouds. When you are watchful of your breath, passively, no active concentration required here. Watching your breath, just plainly watching the smooth rise and fall of abdomen with every inhalation and exhalation that makes you attentive. The synonym of attention is passivity, because there is no effort here. You don't have to force yourself to be attentive. It is passive, smooth. It doesn't require any type of concentration. You are just enjoying with certain intensity. That's called as real attention. When you accept yourself and when you practice how to be attentive, the third thing starts. That's called as awareness. You become aware of something inside yourself. Slowly you start watching the breath, and slowly you start moving towards watching the energy flow within. Continuous watching of energy flow within. You identify yourself, the space within, the empty space within, the empty silence within, the pure consciousness within. So you shift from breath to energy to consciousness and the real emptiness, the shunya, the real silence, the absolute silence. This is what is called awareness. But in awareness, you become aware of something. You become aware of an object. Your breath is an object. Energy is also object. Watching consciousness as a separate entity is also an object. When you keep on watching all these things as an object, awareness emerges. So acceptance leads to attention. Attention leads to awareness. And slowly, what happens? Awareness turns into awakening. Inner awakening. What is awakening? You don't observe yourself watching consciousness, watching energy. You become that. You become empty. You don't watch anything. You watch your own watchfulness. What happens? You become totally everything and nothing at the same time. There is a real awakening. And that awakening has to be sustained. Sustained, staying in that field of awakening gives you, makes you move, or makes you identify eternally with the space. Even once you come out of the field of silence into the social reality, social activity, but the memory of the deep silence, the memory of the absolute silence should not fade away. And in order to make it not to fade away, frequent sittings of meditation is very, very important. At least 5 times a day, minimum 5 minutes each time. One sitting can be a little longer. So if you keep on practicing it, acceptance turns into attention, attention turns into awareness, awareness leads into awakening. Thank you very much.